Welcome back to exclusive coverage of Coventry United versus AFC Wulfrunians right here at Spinks Drive. The half-time score is Coventry United 0, AFC Wulfrunians 0. Here's hoping that that score will change over the next 45 minutes, as this is the final half of football midweek that is scheduled to be played by Coventry United here at Spinks Drive. This is the final midweek fixture for the Red and Greens at this venue before the move to the Butts Park Arena in the summer. And so far they're not exactly going out with a midweek bang, because there's been very few opportunities. Basically every single shot has been saved by the goalkeeper, I believe, has been hit from outside the area. So here's hoping that a few more cutting edge opportunities are available during the second half. Today's show, as usual, sponsored by our good friends at Graham the Plumbers Merchant, operating across the Midlands, supplying all your bathroom heating and plumbing needs. So go and check out grahamplumbersmerchant.co.uk for store locations and the latest special offers. Right, let's get into the starting lineups once again for Coventry United and for our visitors of AFC Wulfrunians. So the starting lineup for Coventry United is as follows: number 1, Rich Morris; number 2, Rob Prinzel; 3, Ben Valance; 4, Gif Musa; 5, Lewis Ison; 6 is Jamie Coleman; 7, Kevin Thornton; 8, Tommy Glasgow; number 9, Chris Cox; 10, Dylan Notchuddy; and 11, Muzzy Nduna. On the bench for the Red and Greens, number 12, Josh O'Grady; 13, Joe Connor; 14, Scott Hammond; and 15, Jimmy Holton. For AFC Wulfrunians, number 1, John Bateman; 2, Mitchell McDonald; 3, Joel Keynes; 4, Jake Sedgemore, the captain for the Wolves; number 5, John Hill; 6, Tom Ray; 7, Craig Gregg; 8, Tom Granger; number 9, Nick Turton; 10, Jake Webb; and 11, Matthew Hunt. And on the bench for the Wolves, number 12, Jacob Barnes; 14, Dimitri Brown; and 15, Kyle Brady. So those are the teams which will be coming out of the dressing room very shortly as we get set for the second half of football between Coventry United and AFC Wulfrunians. And talk of the Devils, and they will appear. Here come the Red and Greens down from the dressing room, ready for the second half of this Midland League Premier Division match. Let's take you through the half-time scores around the grounds in the top 3 professional football leagues in England. For the Premier League, Burnley 0, Stoke City 0, Leicester City 0, Sunderland 0, Watford 1, West Bromwich Albion 0, and Manchester United 0, Everton 1. In the Championship, Aston Villa 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Barnsley 0, Cardiff City 0, Brentford 2, Leeds United 0, Brighton and Hove Albion 1, Birmingham City 0, Derby County 2, Fulham 1, Ipswich Town 2, Wigan Athletic 0, Preston North End 1, Bristol City 0, Rotherham United 0, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Nottingham Forest 0, and Reading 2, Blackburn Rovers 0. In League 1, Charlton Athletic 0, Milton Keynes Dons 1, Rochdale 3, Port Vale 0. It's a great result for the Sky Blues of Coventry City, as is this: Shrewsbury Town 0, Millwall 1, and finally Southend United 0, Bolton Wanderers 0. So those are the half-time scores in the top 3 professional English football leagues. In Scotland, Aberdeen 1, Inverness Caledonian Thistle 0, Ross County 1, Dundee 1. In Scottish League 1, Albion Rovers 1, Queen's Park 0. In the National League, Premier, Southport 1, Macclesfield Town 2, Tranmere Rovers 1, Sutton United 0, and York City 0, Bromley 1. As a full-time score from La Liga in Spain, Athletic Bilbao 2, Espanyol 0 is the final score from that match. And there are 2 La Liga matches still being played: Atletico Madrid 0, Real Sociedad 0, and Real Betis 0, Villarreal 0 are the current scores in La Liga. First time we've gone continental here on Coventry United Match Day, I believe. So the Coventry United players are all back on the hallowed turf at Spinks Drive. This might be nothing, but during the first half, Coventry United manager Terry Anderson was actually not in the dugout. He was over here next to us at Coventry United match day, and Luke Morton, I believe, was running things in the dugout. So I'm not sure why Terry was over here. We'll have to ask him after the game, but just an observation here from Coventry United match day. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at CovMatchday for the latest news and views from Coventry United, and also you can get the latest updates on the upcoming Coventry United season review DVD, which has been titled The Red and Green Revolution. We're hoping to release that in June or early July, so more updates on the season review DVD will be announced in the coming weeks on the Matchday YouTube channel. And I can also exclusively reveal, a lot of news being revealed here on Matchday tonight, that yours truly will be hosting the Coventry United end of season awards next month. So, yeah, I have to get all suited and booted. I'm still trying to find a red and green tie for that night. So, there you go. Another nugget of news for you as we get set for the second half. It is going to be Coventry United kicking things off, as Wulfrunians got things underway in the first period. All the coaching staff, well, I say all of them, there's still one left on the pitch as the referee waits for the pitch to be cleared as we get set for another 45 minutes of football in the Midland League Premier Division. Wulfrunians looking to seal a second consecutive clean sheet after waiting 12 matches for one. They held Coleshill Town to a 0-0 draw on Saturday. First time in nearly 3 months that they've had a blank score sheet to savour. And so far so good as far as Wolves concerned. Not many chances have been seen for either side. We get things underway once again. Coventry United 0, AFC Wulfrunians 0 is the half-time score. But how long will it remain scoreless? Hopefully not long is the answer, as Lewis Eisen ducks his way out of a challenge from Jake Webb. Forward ball to Kevin Thornton, forced to the right-hand side. He's got a little bit of space to work with though. He's got Nduna up line. Tries to find Nduna, nicked away by Keynes, but Thornton gets it back and finds Dylan Shuddy on the edge of the area. Turns his way past the challenge. It's not Shuddy. Straight into the hands of John Bateman. It trickled towards the goal. Good set-up play from Kevin Thornton. Dylan Shuddy also did well to set himself up for the opportunity, but the actual strike towards the net wasn't exactly kosher. Coleman lets that one go. It's a real chance now for Wulfrunians, and a second save of the second half in the first minute. As this time it was Nick Turton who struck at Rich Morris's goal, and it seems to have hit him. I think it's hit Rich Morris in the private parts. Well, that's 250 quid coming in because that's going straight to You've Been Framed. Well, it seems to me as if it was a good parry away from Rich Morris, but well, if this was tennis, I'd be saying new balls, please, but I don't know what to say, seeing as it's football. Well, I've got a feeling that an ice pack is going to be in order for Rich Morris. But to be fair to him, it was a good save. Doesn't matter what body part it comes off, as long as it stays out of the net. Well, it remains at 0-0, but an explosive first minute there with Dylan Shuddy with a decent effort at goal, which was comfortably saved by John Bateman, and then straight away at the other end of the pitch, Nick Turton blasts one towards goal, and unfortunately for Rich Morris, it blasted him right between the legs. Well, luckily for United, they do have a substitute goalkeeper in Joe Connor. And Terence behind us encouraging the Coventry United players to keep warming up after this short delay. On a unseasonably cold April night. I think warming up is something that the Wulfrunians players could be doing as well. These are the defenders just having a little bit of a chat. As Rich Morris is still down, we can see Joe Connor warming up on the touchline with United coach Ewan Aldridge. Well, Morris has been down for a couple of minutes or so now. Hopefully it's nothing serious. We can see him back between the sticks in no time. While the United goalkeeper is being attended to, let's have a look at the scores from elsewhere. See if there's been any goals since players been restarted, and yes, there has. There has been another goal in the Premier League. Watford now 2-0 up at home to West Bromwich Albion, and Troy Deeney with a goal. Has been the most fruitful of seasons for the Watford skipper, but he has got himself another goal. There's also been some more goals in the Championship. Brighton now 2-0 up at home to Birmingham City, and Preston have extended their lead to 3 goals over Bristol City. In League One, no more goals there. That's about it. There have been 3 more goals since half time, but there you go. Rich Morris is now being escorted off the pitch. As Harry Barnes goes and checks on Morris. And it seems as if it's actually his arm. Well, Morris is being helped off the field, and yes, there is going to be a change. We can see Harry Barnes with the substitute board at the ready. It is going to be Joe Connor coming off.
Oi, Cola, Lou, not on there,
So it is going to be Rich Morris. Originally we thought it was just the old blow between the legs, but it looks like it's another injury. It looks like an elbow injury. So it appears that Morris must have damaged his elbow whilst diving to save that shot. And unfortunately, that is the end of Rich Morris's evening, and it is going to be Joe Connor to come on. I was saying that Joe still is adamant that he's a retired goalkeeping coach. This must be taking his United appearances for the season to double figures. Well, here he comes now, the United substitute goalkeeper. So sadly, Morris will not be continuing, and United are forced into a change early on in the second half. So after a delay of around 3 minutes, we are going to get ourselves back underway. And that will significantly extend the length of the match in terms of added time. Well, the ball had already gone out of play when Morris went down, and Wulfrunians are going to give the ball back to Coventry United here. Yes, they are. They're going to give the ball back to Coventry United. Sedgemore, the captain, boots the ball to the United goalkeeper, Joe Connor, who has just come on for the injured Rich Morris. Of course, we wish Rich the very best. Hope it's nothing serious. Cox nods it on. Dylan shooting on the right-hand side of the penalty area, looking to get United on the front foot immediately. And it's a good challenge by John Hill to put it out for a Coventry United throw right in the corner. Gives the ball to Lewis Ison. It's going to be another one of those long throws. There it goes into the area. It's towards Chris Cox. He's headed up rather than forward. Wulfrunians trying to get it away. It's kept alive by Coventry United. It's Lewis Ison with a ambitious effort, shall we say. Let's just say that's why he plays at centre-back. As it flies high, wide, and not at all handsome. Away from John Bateman's goal. It will count as a shot. But let's say it's not going to be making the highlights. And talking about highlights, you can catch exclusive highlights of this match tomorrow morning. So make sure to check back to the Coventry United Matchday YouTube channel tomorrow morning for exclusive highlights of this match. So far, there haven't been that many highlights to put in the package, to be honest with you. There haven't been that many clear-cut chances. Thornton. Now Glasgow United inside the Wolves' half. Long ball into the area. Once again, easy save for Bateman. Puts the ball down the left-hand side for Granger. Webb tries to make his way into the penalty area. Forced towards the left-hand side. Jake Webb. Good pressure from Jamie Coleman. Does well. But it's Webb gets the cross away towards Granger. Crucial touch from Rob Prinzel. Takes the ball away from Granger. And Joe Connor gets his second touch on the ball. Prinzel boots it forward, looking for what should be a crucial header by John Hill. Takes it away from the United striker. And it's punted upfield by McDonald. Prinzel shoves the Wulfrunians man Tom Granger to the ground as both men try to get to the loose ball. It sounds like there could be a Coventry United change coming up. So United have two substitutes left to utilise. There are three men on the bench in Jimmy Holton, Scott Hammond and Josh O'Grady. I think a man like O'Grady really could get this game going. As Turton tries to put the ball into the penalty area from the right hand side, drifts over the crossbar and out for a goal kick. So it looks like Morris's injury is taking the life out of this game. Chris Cox I should say. Well, Jake Webb was appealing for handball. Wulfrunians have got the ball back now. Coleman able to find the ball once again, and Ison will put it out for a Coventry United throw off the leg of, I think that was Tom Granger. Ison to take the throw. There it goes. Towards Nduna. Goes over Nduna and away from Keynes, but forced to Dinlot should he. Hill gets it away. Musa. Had it easy dealt with by Greg. Hooks it forward. Brought down by Coleman. Glasgow couldn't get there, and it presents Jake Webb with an opportunity to run at the defence. Gets past one, past two. Crucial slide by Jamie Coleman once again for Coventry United, picking up the pieces. Glasgow to the left-hand side to Ben Valence, and it's gone straight through his legs. It's going to go out for a Wolves throw. Greg. McDonald tries to play it back into defence. It was a poor ball, and here come Coventry United now, screaming forward with Kevin Thornton. Two men forward, looking for Muzzy and Nduna. He's just held off by Keynes as Bateman dives low and grabs the ball. That's more like it from Coventry United. Prinzel tries to volley it forward, a rather skewed pass. It should be kept in by Gift Musa. Well, it was kept in by Sedgemore of AFC Wulfrunians. It only found Ison. But that came off the arm of the number 10 Jake Webb. Referee says no. United had the ball anyway, but they lost it once again to Greg. Now it's Jamie Coleman. Neither side can seem to keep this ball. Well, give Musa now for Coventry United. Forced back towards his penalty area. Now Muzzy and Nduna. The long ball once again lost. Hunt this time with interception, and once again Wulfrunians can't keep it, and now United's struggling to hold possession. Does anyone actually want this ball? I don't think either side, well, as the free kick's given, I don't think either side had the ball for more than 5 seconds there, for about 3 minutes. Poor ball retention from both teams. But also you've got to say it's a testament to both sets of players for closing down and putting their opponents under pressure. Long ball from the back from Wulfrunians, looking for Turton, but once again dealt with by Lewis Ison. Now it's Muzzy and Nduna. Thornton wants it, but he squares it to Chris Cox on the edge of the centre circle. Ball down the left-hand side, it's caught the leg of Mitchell, and it will fall for Valence, but he couldn't get a decent contact on the ball. He tried to put it into the penalty area. McDonald clears, tries to find Granger, but will be picked up by Rob Prinzel. Now Jamie Coleman for Coventry United. He's got Ison on the right, plenty of space for the teenager. Long ball for Cox. Cox doesn't jump and he lets it go for Ray. Poor control from Webb allows Gift Musa to run onto it. Onto the right hand side now with Muzzy and Nduna. Chance to get the ball into the area. Holds the ball up well. Thornton tries to cut across the edge of the penalty area and puts it in for Muzzy and Nduna. Great ball by Kevin Thornton. It's Nduna across the face of goal. No one there. Oh, what a shame for Coventry United. The great move there from United. Great hold-up play by Nduna. Thornton put the ball through the heart of the defence beautifully. Cracking cross from Nduna, but no one was there. as the ball skimmed across the face of goal. The best chance of the night goes begging. Well, we're coming up to the 60th minute at Spinks Drive, and it remains scoreless. There will be at least 4 minutes of injury time at the end of the second half due to Rich Morris's injury. We originally thought it was a rather comical low blow, but it's seen as if it was a more serious, seems like an elbow injury. It has forced him off. Joe Connell's come on to replace him. Turton picks up the ball on the right hand side of the penalty area for AFC Wulfrunians. He's got options in the centre, lays it off for McDonald. Can he get the cross in? And blocked well by Ben Valance, who could be coming up. We saw the number 3 on Harry Barnes' substitute board there, and it's still on there, so it looks like Valance might be coming up. Could be seeing Jimmy Holton coming on, possibly Scott Hammond. Well, Hammond's going to get warmed up. We've seen Hammond play at left wing back and up front, on the left wing this season. A very promising player from the under-21s. It's going to be another throw to Wulfrunians. McDonald to take it. Turton under pressure from Prinzel plays it back to Mitchell McDonald. McDonald with the cross. And Glasgow picks it up in the penalty area and hoofs it away. Now it's Kevin Thornton. Holds off the Wulfrunians players. He tries to make the challenge. Thornton to Glasgow. Heavy first touch, but it's flicked on by Kevin Thornton. Now Muzzy and Duna. Not sure he wants it forward. But he's not in the best of positions, and Duna was saying that. He was saying get in a better position. It's cost United. They have got the ball back now with Kevin Thornton. The pressure from Tom Granger. Plays it back to Lewis Ison in defence. Now Jamie Coleman. Thornton's still there on the right-hand side. And Coleman plays him in. Kevin Thornton strides forward unopposed. Switches onto the left-hand side. Valance, who could well be coming off shortly. Prinzel playing a much higher line. Thornton takes it away from Webb. Glasgow, now Musa. Onto the right with Nduna, he's got Cox in support. He's going to try and beat Keynes on his own. Still going. That's Thornton on the edge of the area. He's got Cox to his right, Nduna to his left. Where's he going to go? Tries to cut it all on his own. He's still going. Kevin Thornton, he stumbles. And that's going to be a goal kick. And here comes the change. Who's it going to be? It's Ben Valance coming off, and it's Josh O'Grady. An attacking move from Coventry United. As Ben Valance makes his way off. It's going to be Bateman's goal kick. Bateman with the clearance, and Duna nods it right past us. It's going to be out for a throw-in on the halfway line. If Duna had left that one, it would have gone over his head and out for a Coventry United throw. It is going to be thrown to be taken by Hunt. Up line to Turton. Turton to Keynes. Keynes into the penalty area. He's blocked up by Coleman, and Ison able to get his body in the way of Keynes and sprints out of danger and eventually puts it out of play off the leg of Keynes. We hear Terry Hansen behind us saying Ison to take the foul, but the teams are doing well to play it out of danger and get United the throw by putting it out of play off the leg of Keynes. Great work from the teenager. Cox nods it over to Kevin Thornton. Cox trips, but Nduna is there to pick up the pieces. Back to Thornton on the right-hand side. Nduna now making an option. It's played into the air for Chris Cox. Cox's cross, and sliding in is the skipper, Jake Sedgemore, to put it out for a corner kick. It's going to be United to take the corner. corner, and it's the substitute Josh O'Grady. Grady's coming towards Cox, headed up rather than out by Ray. Ison tries to keep it alive. The ball's still alive on the edge of the area. Prinzel, clearance once again, but it's still with United, and now Kevin Thornton finds O'Grady on the edge of the area. And, well, that's a rather scuffed effort from O'Grady, a decent shooting position, but the contact wasn't quite right. And as we approach the 65th minute, remains at Coventry United 0, AFC Wulfrunians 0. You've got, I think, 15 minutes to go until we name our Coventry United Matchday Man of the Match. Let us know on Twitter at CovMatchday who you think should be our Man of the Match. Glasgow. Nduna tries to nod it over Keynes. Battles to the ball with the full-back. Great battle there between Nduna and Keynes, but Nduna shoves Keynes to the floor. He expresses his innocence, but the referee doesn't want to know. And there is going to be a third and final change for Coventry United, and that's Scott Hammond. Scott Hammond is going to be coming on for Coventry United in the third and final change for the Red and Greens. As Tom Ray takes it. Webb. Turton forced away from the penalty area. Lays it off for Greg. Oh, tries to find McDonald on the right hand side, and McDonald was way out of position. And it will go out for a Coventry United throw right in the corner. It remains scoreless. I think in the 18-month history of Coventry United matches, we've only ever seen one 0-0 draw. I'm not sure. I can't remember who it was. I have to go back in the archives. It was this season. I can't remember who it was. Coleman's throw. One in the air by Sedgemore, but United retrieve the ball. Well, not for long. Prinzel eventually boots it away. Now Thornton brings it down, punts it forward, and once again nobody there. Keynes picks it up and hastily boots it out of play. Nduna was behind. He could have easily found Matt Hunt. He could have played it back to the goalkeeper, John Bateman. It was a poor choice from Keynes. And it gives Coventry United an opportunity from the throw. As expected, it is going to be Lewis Ison to take it. Centre back with so much promise. It's been incredible since signing from the Strachan Academy. And here comes the change for Coventry United, and it's Dylan Lott-Shuddy coming off. Not the most spectacular performances from the striker after such a long time away from the first team. Scott Hammond comes on. Thrown to the area by Ison towards Chris Cox, beaten in the air once again. Thornton brings it back to United, still inside Wolves territory. Hammond stumbles as he runs onto the ball, but he's won it back from Webb. Still going Hammond, he stumbles again, he's still going, and that's Cox on the edge of the area. And eventually, Webb has brought it back to the Wulfrunians. Punted forward, looking for Tom Granger. It's going to be a little bit too far for the midfielder, and Coleman will pick it up for Coventry United. He's got Ison with him, Glasgow's there as well. Cheeky ball past the leg of Granger. Finds Ison right on the byline. Forward ball, Muzzy and Nduna. Hammond making the run on the left-hand side. And Nduna plays in Hammond. But a good challenge made by Mitchell McDonald out for a Coventry United throw just in front of the Wulfrunians dugout. And the referee is having a word with Mitchell McDonald. I think McDonald felt that he should have got a foul there. Referee and myself believing that that's not the case. There is a bit of a conversation going on between McDonald and the referee. No punishment required, just a ticking off from the man in black. Prinzel's throw flicks off the chin of Muzzy and Nduna. And it will be a Wulfrunians throw. It was just a matter of poor control from Nduna, and lucky there for Coventry United. Heading towards the final 20 minutes, there will be probably about 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this second half, so really we've still got about 25 minutes to go. And Duna. Lovely ball to find Scott Hammond on the left-hand side. Slides in and keeps the ball going. After the challenge from the Wulfrunians player, it's Nduna. Lays it off for Kevin Thornton. Beats one, plays it back to Hammond. Ducks and dives out of several challenges. Great work from Hammond. Now it's Thornton. Hammond again. Shoots it towards Chris Cox and just about cleared by Keynes. But Glasgow picks it up and finds Josh O'Grady on the right-hand side. Persistent play from Coventry United. Will it pay off? It's O'Grady going all on his own. Tries to set himself up with the shot. Now gives it to Glasgow. Plenty of time in the area. And at the far post is Cox. Beaten in the air by the defender. And Dude tries to keep it alive. It's come to Josh O'Grady. And finally, Wulfrunians will get that one away. Ison with the header. Now Glasgow United have got it back again. They're still inside Wulfrunians' half. Now Musa. Rob Prinzel. He's got Hammond to his left, Glasgow to his right, finds Tommy Glasgow. Thornton's in support. Across to the right side with Kevin Thornton. Undune on the edge of the area, holds it up well. Tries to back heel to Kevin Thornton, trying to be too cheeky there. And Ison will keep that one in. Ball down the right flank to Josh O'Grady. Thornton's in support. O'Grady looks to be going on his own here against two Wulfrunians players. Now he's laid up to Thornton. Back to O'Grady, just to get the winger a little bit of time on the ball. Tries to cut in. Past Keynes, he's still going, he's held off well by Keynes, and a foul by Josh O'Grady. You've got to give Keynes credit there. He got his body in front of O'Grady and said, you ain't getting this ball back. And he was right. Fantastic work there by Joel Keynes. And Bateman will line this ball up for a punt upfield from his penalty area. There it goes. Nodded on by Webb. Turton stumbles and that allows Tommy Glasgow to pick up the loose ball. Glasgow plays it long, chested well by Muzzy and Duna. Now it's Kevin Thornton. Battles with Greg for the ball and a free kick to Coventry United. Greg's already been booked and he's screaming at the referee. Well, Greg has got to keep his temper in check because not only has he just committed a foul, he's now screaming at the ref. In all honesty, I think Greg is lucky to stay on the pitch after that. Tussling with his opposite number 7 again, Kevin Thornton, who he actually fouled when he got the yellow card earlier in the match. There's no further punishment required. But with set piece takers like Josh O'Grady and Kevin Thornton standing over this ball, this could be all the punishment that Wulfrunians need. 3 United men standing over the ball. Cox, Thornton and O'Grady. We haven't seen what Cox can do from set pieces this season. He's usually been sticking to the penalties. And Cox eventually is going to move away from the ball. It's going to be, I think it's going to be Kevin Thornton. It is Thornton, and a fantastic save from John Bateman. To his right-hand side, one glove to it, and he curls it around the post. Magnificent stop from Bateman, and he keeps the scores at 0-0. He's seeking to earn a second consecutive clean sheet after going 12 games without one. And with goalkeeping like that, you wouldn't bet against him getting it. It is going to be a corner now to be taken by Josh O'Grady. And the far post is Rob Prinzel headed away. Hammond tries to pick it up on the edge of the area, and he does so. That's back to O'Grady. Dodges the challenge, and lays it off to Kevin Thornton on the edge of the area. Flicks it up. Is that handball? Referee says no. O'Grady tripped as he tries to bring the ball back to Coventry United. I think that was Greg again. Greg is walking a tightrope here for AFC Wulfrunians. That's 2 fouls in the last couple of minutes. And remember, he is still on the yellow card. Time running out for both sides, but in the past 10 minutes or so, United have taken control. It's going to be a long ball into the area by Kevin Thornton. O'Grady is offering the short option to his left-hand side. All but 2 United outfield players forward into the area. And out again. Punted forward by John Hill. No one there. Well, John Turton felt he was being held back by Gift Musa as Coleman was able to just shepherd the ball back to Joe Connor. There's a bit of afters there between the two players as well. O'Grady takes it around Sedgemore. Good dribbling there from O'Grady. He started the last couple of games on the bench. Prinzel, Cox on the left flank. Strides forward, but can't take on all those Wulfrunians players. In fact, no, he's got it back from Sedgemore. Now it's Hammond. Oh, tried to put it through for Chris Cox, but a good challenge by Greg. And now Turton on the right-hand side. He's got some space to utilise here. He needs some support and lays it off for Mitchell McDonald. Shoves the United man to the floor as it goes out for a throw. And McDonald now looking for an option as Wulfrunians have their first chance in around 15 minutes. Cross put in, known at the far post, and it will be Josh O'Grady now to sprint down that right flank. Glasgow. Now Thornton. Will he flick it back to Glasgow? No, he won't. He'll keep on going and gives it to O'Grady on the right flank. O'Grady all on his own here. He's got Unduna forward, but he cuts in. He's heading for that penalty area, tries to find Cox, and Cox is held off well by Tom Ray, the centre-back. Ball bubbles around in the centre of the park. Tom Granger now sprints down the right for Wulfrunians. Here's McDonald. Webb wants it in the centre. McDonald's still going as he tries to open up the flank for the cross, and that's Turton, brings it down. Turton lays it off. It's Webb, and it's charged down. And now Josh O'Grady, I tried to find Thornton down the right flank, but it's intercepted by Keynes. Webb is down on the edge of the penalty area, so they're a man light here, Wulfrunians, and now they've lost the ball. Tommy Glasgow, and it's offside. He's given it against Muzzy Unduna, I believe. Cox was onside towards the left of him, but Unduna had strayed past the last defender. Well, the top scorer for Wulfrunians, Jake Webb, is still down in the semicircle on the outside of the penalty area. And the Wulfrunians might be forced into their first change of the match, and it looks like indeed I think they're getting their substitute board ready. They haven't made a change yet, but that might be about to change. So 15 minutes to go, including around 5 minutes of added time. So you've got 5 minutes to get in touch with us regarding our Man of the Match award. You can send us a tweet at Cov Matchday, or you can get me on Twitter at TheRealLiamCook. We'll be looking at both, so get your views in. Got 5 minutes to get in touch. Let's get some score updates now from the top 3 professional divisions in England as we get things going once again. Is that going to be a Coventry United ball? No, it isn't. It's come off Lewis Ison last, and it will be out for a throw to Coventry United around 5 yards away from the penalty area. Burnley have taken the lead at home to Stoke, and now Leicester are 2-0 up at home to Sunderland. Webb's cross tries to find Turton. Cleared at the near post by Arsenal, but back into danger. It's Keynes, and it's 1-0 to AFC Wulfrunians. He squeezes it past Joe Connor at the near post. It's been a fantastic game for that man. Joel Keynes, released in the area, all the time in the world to get a strike away, and he just squeezes it past the substitute goalkeeper Joe Connor. Well, Coventry United have controlled the game for the past 15 minutes. They've had multiple opportunities to get themselves in front. They haven't taken them, and now they've paid the price. AFC Wulfrunians, the lowest scorers in the entire division, have taken the lead away at Coventry United, and the scorer is the left back for the Wolves, Joel Keynes. Well, now Wulfrunians are going to make a change here. And coming off is going to be Tom Granger, one of the Wolves' more attacking players. And coming on, well, they haven't held the board up. I'll try and figure out who it is. I think that's Dimitri Brown.
What have we got in us? Hey, it's freezing, come on!
Remembering from the last game between these two sides, I believe that is Dimitri Brown who's come on. I'll try and get confirmation for you very shortly. Haven't seen the back of his shirt yet, so I don't know what number he's wearing. But now Coventry United look to get back into this game. They're 1-0 down, so O'Grady puts in the cross, easily chested and cleared by Greg. Turton puts it forward, and it is Dimitri Brown who's come on. I can confirm it is Dimitri Brown who has come on for Tom Granger. Brown twists and turns away from Lewis Eisen, who tries to force him into the corner unsuccessfully, but he has nicked the ball away. Great work from Eisen. Glasgow trying to lay it off for Hammond, and he's lost out, and a strike towards goal, and a rather unsuccessful strike. And a sigh of relief for Coventry United. That could have been oh so worse. Well, Joe Connor goes to collect the ball. 12 minutes of normal time remaining, around 5 of added time, perhaps more after that goal. Ison and O'Grady getting muddled up there as Turton nods it over Coleman, and Coleman was clearly holding the shirt of Nick Turton, and Jamie Coleman could be in trouble here. The Wulfrunians players surrounding the referee, and a little bit of shoving there from Tommy Glasgow on Nick Turton. I think Coleman was the last man. Was it a clear goal scoring opportunity though? Well, it was on the outside of the area, so I'd say no. But it was a definite foul, the shirt pulling, it was a definite free kick, but what is the referee going to do here? He's had a word with Jamie Coleman, and it's going to be a yellow, I think. And it is the correct call from the referee, yellow card for Jamie Coleman. And things could be about to get even worse for Coventry United. They're 1-0 down thanks to Joel Keynes' strike a couple of minutes ago. Well, now the Wolves have got a free kick. We haven't seen what they can do from set pieces so far. This is the first free kick in a decent vicinity that they've had throughout this whole game. And it's going to be the captain, Jake Sedgemore, to try and make this game safe for the Wolves. Three-man wall for Coventry United of O'Grady, Glasgow and Thornton. As Connor directs his wall into position. Here comes Sedgemore. Oh, it's just over the crossbar. It was dipping, but it wasn't dipping enough. And now United trying to get this game underway as quick as they can. But it's now time to name our Coventry United Matchday Man of the Match. Well, I was thinking about giving it to this man even before the goal, but after that, there's only one man you can give it to, and that is AFC Wulfrunians number 3, Joel Keynes. And as the Spurs fans would say to Coventry United, you just got caned. Thornton. A few step-overs there to try and fool the Wulfrunians defenders. O'Grady's ball into the area. It's come to Glasgow, gathered by Bateman. Just when it looked like it was on a silver platter for Tommy Glasgow, he couldn't get the crucial touch on it. And Bateman has been exquisite between the sticks. Keeps it at 1-0. Brown. Wulfrunians just trying to keep the possession. Oh, great little turn there by Greg. Now it's Brown. Musa makes the challenge, and now Glasgow comes away. He's not getting away quick enough though as Brown catches up with him. Hammond, Musa. He gets it away from Webb, but he can't get away from Turton. But luckily Rob Prinzel was there to pick up the pieces. Long ball, looking for Muzzy and Duna. Can't find him or Cox as Hunt gets there first. Coleman volleys forward. Cox wants it. Cox gets a touch on it. And it's come down to Kevin Thornton. Wulfrunians player just able to get the clearance away. And there's going to be another change here for Wulfrunians. And it's going to be the number 15 coming on, and coming off is Nick Turton. So we saw Granger go off earlier on. Now it's Turton coming off. And Kyle Brady is the man coming on. So just the one change left for Wulfrunians. They've only got the one man left on the bench. So Nick Turton makes his way off the pitch. Brady comes on. And we have got just 7 minutes of normal time remaining, plus around 5 of added time. The ball goes out of play via the chest of Tom Ray for a throw in AFC Wulfrunians territory, around 15 yards inside Wulfrunians half. Prinzel to take this throw. Gain some yards with a little run. It bounces towards Josh O'Grady. Can O'Grady get it into the penalty area? No, he can't, but it will get Coventry United a corner. A formation change in nothing for Coventry United. What they need now is a change of fortunes. Just hasn't worked for them in this game. The ball bounces over to Chris Cox. Oh, just tipped over! Fantastic save once again from Bateman. It was dipping, it was going to go under the crossbar. But the glove of Bateman once again denies the red and greens. O'Grady's corner. Head towards goal, punch clear by Bateman, and it's gone over the crossbar. It's going to be a goal kick. Not quite sure who got the final touch as the ball went towards the goalkeeper. It's going to be a goal kick to Bateman. So 4 minutes of normal time remaining, and around 5 minutes of added. So all in all, about 9 minutes left. Goal kick taken. Brady chests it down and keeps it with Wulfrunians. Ball down the left wing for Dimitri Brown. Can he cut in and put this game to bed? It's Brown, cuts into the penalty area. Brown gets the shot away, deflected! And a great catch from Connor. That could have been good night Irene to Coventry United. But with the expert reactions of Joe Connor. Is that handball? It is, yes, handball against Chris Cox. His arm was low. It did seem to brush it. And Cox giving Wulfrunians a little bit of a hand and getting the ball ready for the free kick. You know, they've got to do everything they can to just save a little bit of time, and Wulfrunians have got the advantage. They've got 3 minutes of normal time left, plus 5 have added. So they're just going to be wasting time at every chance they get. Musa was jumping over Brown there. Referee says no. Sedgemore. Ball in. Easily gathered at the near post by Lewis Ison. Long ball forward. It's gone over Cox. But Hill gets it away for Wulfrunians. Hammond flicks it off his knee to Rob Prinzel, but Prinzel caught by Brady as he tries to bring the ball down, and Rob Prinzel is he's got back to his feet now, and Kevin Thornton wanted to take that free kick pretty quickly. He has taken it now. It's Glasgow in the centre circle. He's got Musa on the right hand side and finds Skip Musa. You know, it looked to be going to a 4-3-3 at the moment. O'Grady, can he get the ball in? He's battling with our man of the match, Keynes. Stumble there from O'Grady, and once again Joel Keynes. Fantastic defensive work from the left back, but the clearance headed forward by Ison. Thornton beaten to the ball by Sedgemore, and Terry Anderson sprinting over to go and get the ball. Luckily we've got another one in tow. The throw to be taken now by Lewis Ison. Only Coleman and Prinzel staying back. Ison's throw towards Cox, headed away. Brought down by Glasgow on the edge of the area. Back into the area. Hunt's header. It's forward to Thornton. Musa getting in his way there, and Thornton forced away from the penalty area. Back into the centre circle. He's got himself a little bit of time and space to utilise now. Ball to the right hand side for Lewis Ison. Ison's ball deflected. Will it be kept in by Bateman? Yes, it will. It came off the leg of Sedgemore, but Bateman catches it and stops it from going out for a corner. And that is a crucial catch. Not in terms of goals, but in terms of time saving. So we've got 2 minutes of normal time left. Bateman's kick. Can Glasgow get on the end of it? Yes, he can. Nods it forward, but Cox wasn't ready for it. And it's put it forward to Brady. Brady flicks it away from Musa. A second goal will kill it. But Thornton brings it back for United. Turns out of 2 challenges. Thornton dispossessed by Brown. Now it's Brady. Through on goal. Puts it towards the left-hand side. Dimitri Brown caught by Glasgow. But he's still got the ball. Brown. Trying to lay it off for Webb. But Glasgow makes the interception, and the chance is gone for Wulfrunians. Musa's clearance, looking for Nduna. Ray with the header away, but it's forward to Scott Hammond in the centre circle. Laid off to Rob Prinzel, takes it around Greg. Long ball down the right-hand flank for O'Grady, headed away by Keynes. Plays a 1-2 with Sedgemore. Keynes volleys it away again over the head of Dimitri Brown. Brady's racing to try and get onto the ball, and Coleman is caught out. And Brady across the face of goal. He thought there was someone at the far post. Sadly for him, I think he was seeing things. And United can get this one away and get it up the right end of the pitch, but not for long. Hunt volleys it out for a Coventry United throw halfway into their own territory. And that is normal time over. So they've got 5 minutes of added time, possibly a little bit more, to go after that equaliser. They've got the capability to do it. They've come close on several occasions in this second half. And now the referee has halted play. Prinzel had played the throw. I think he'd strayed out of position. Referee having a little word with Rob Prinzel as we get set to get this game back underway. Throw by Prinzel. Bounces towards Glasgow, but it's brought down. And a foul against Chris Cox on Kyle Brady. Came clattering in on the substitutes. And one universal feeling here at Spinks Drive, by everyone at Coventry United, in fact, is frustration. United have been the better team. They've had the better chances. They just haven't made them work. Well, Bateman goes to gather the ball for the free kick. Wulfrunians wasting every little bit of time they can. We've had 90 seconds of added time already. Well, McDonald's going to take this free kick. Wulfrunians are in no hurry. They can go after a second goal if they want. That would certainly kill the game off. Ball down the right flank. Coleman keeps it in. But it's come to Kyle Brady. Brady strike! Oh! It's just saved by Joe Connor. That would have been goal of the season for sure. Great control, great turn, great strike. But a brilliant save with the right glove of Joe Connor. Well, now we've got the corner kick to be taken by Jake Sedgemore. And as you could probably expect, he's in no hurry. The referee might want to try and hurry this set piece along. There's a second ball on the pitch that's now been dealt with. So we're about halfway through added time. We're at about 2.5 minutes. And Wulfrunians just keeping the ball in the corner. Brown. Brady tries to get there in front of Ison. He has done. Kyle Brady! Great parry from Connor. Takes it over the crossbar. This is the perfect situation for AFC Wulfrunians. They're running the clock down and they're striking at Joe Connor's goal at will in the last couple of minutes. Two minutes left. of added time. As we approach the end of Coventry United's final midweek match of the season. Well, final scheduled midweek match of the season. We don't know what the weather's going to have in store for us over the next 3 or 4 weeks as we run down the season. United trying to win the ball back down that right flank as Wulfrunians trying to keep it in the corner. And United have go back now with the throw. And Ison took it from a little too far forward. And that's going to waste more precious seconds. In fact, now it's been given as a Wulfrunians throw. I can only imagine it was a foul throw from Ison. Throw-in taken. Sedgemore offside against Brown. And now United have got to act quickly. Brown trying to make a nuisance of himself, and he certainly did that. We've got 90 seconds left. Joe Connor eventually gets the ball away from Dimitri Brown, and now this is probably their last chance. They've got to get this ball up the right end of the pitch and do something with it. Connor's clearance. But the referee's calling an end to the match, and you would have to call this an upset. AFC Wulfrunians, 20th place in the Premier Division, the lowest scorers in the entire league, have beaten 7th place Coventry United. Take nothing away from Wulfrunians. They were fantastic today. The goalkeeper, John Bateman, kept them in with a shot throughout the 90 minutes. United gave as good as they got, probably even better. But they couldn't convert their chances. And frustration reigns at Spinks Drive. The final score, Coventry United 0, AFC Wulfrunians 1. Well, that brings us to an end of our final midweek match of the season. Barring any postponements, we've played on a Tuesday night for the final time at Spinks Drive. We've had some amazing midweek memories, and we are going to be celebrating our favourite Spinks Drive memories in a couple of weeks' time as United host Loughborough Students for United's final match at this cracking little ground. But we have got another home game this coming Saturday, so make sure you do not miss it. Live coverage of Coventry United's next encounter right here at Spinks Drive next Saturday. We're going to be starting our coverage at 2:45 p.m, kick-off at 3 o'clock, and that match is Coventry United against St Andrews. Make sure you do not miss it. It's right here on YouTube next Saturday. Catch us on YouTube with live exclusive highlights of this match between United and AFC Wulfrunians tomorrow morning. But until Saturday, I've been Liam Cook. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next weekend.